Hey Mark, what can you tell me about extract method to type?
Extract method to type is going to take a block of code, and instead of extracting it to the current type that you're in, the current class, it'll take it out to one of the types referenced inside of the block of code.
Okay.
So it's really useful if you generally, I use this when I'm writing code and I'm kind of in a higher level class that's using, lower level or making use of other classes. And I realize, oops, I just put a lot of kind of smart logic in the wrong class. I put it in the kind of the higher level, the big, the closer to the customer facing class, and I should have put it lower down.
Sure, yeah.
So as an example here, I've got a method called calculate tax. And what it does is it goes through all the items in the shopping cart. It calculates a subtotal for that item based on the quantity and the cost of that item, checking to see if it's taxable, and then adding it up. And then we multiply the tax rate by that total, whatever that is.
Okay.
So I can just select this block of code. Basically, the idea is I don't want this here. I want the shopping cart to be able to come back with its taxable item total.
Okay.
Right? What's the total? What's the total, the taxable item total in the shopping cart? So I'm just going to hit the CodeRush key. I'm going to choose, instead of choosing extract method, I choose extract method to, and then I want to choose shopping cart called through shopping cart.
Okay.
And so it's showing you, it's calling it through the variable called shopping cart here, and it gives you a preview. So it's going to say total is equal to shopping cart dot get total. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And now it's opened up the shopping cart class. I'm going to select where I want to put it. There's get total. I might want to change this to get taxable total, like that.
Yeah.
And there it is. It's moved. This used to be, say, shopping cart items. You may recall that. Now it just says items because we're now in the shopping cart class. We don't need that anymore.
Excellent. So we've taken a lot of very shopping cart focused code and moved it into the shopping cart class. But Mark, there's a little bit in the center there that's not really shopping cart related. Yeah?
Oh, I see. You're talking about right in here. Now, you're absolutely right. So right here, I've got if item is taxable, right?
Yeah.
Get the total by the cost times the quantity. So what I could do is I could do the same kind of thing here. I could grab this block of code, hit the CodeRush key, and now there's only one menu item here, extract method to item, the item class. And we can go ahead and do that. Okay. I'll just hit enter on there, select where I want to put it. And again, it opens up the class for me. This time it gave me a good name because the variable it was assigned to, if I hit the tab key, you can see it, was called taxable item total right there.
Sure.
So, and that's it. There's nothing else I have to do. Notice the code that before used to say item dot is taxable and item dot cost, item dot quantity. That's all been simplified.
Very nice. Right? So this is a great way to just move a small section of code that we know is clearly related to a class that it's not quite actually in at the moment, and just move it back out to the class that it is supposed to be on.
Exactly. And I'm just using a few more refactorings in here to just clean up the code right here as I go through here. So what's cool here is I've got a shopping cart class that's got a method called get taxable total. I've got an item class that's got a method called get taxable item total, right? All the code is simple, easy to read, where it should be, right?
Yep.
And then back here in the original, I'm like, this is my code right here, just a simple inline temp. And now the previous code that was, spread out all over the place in terms of responsibility, it's now where it should be. And the code's easier to read.
Everything in its place, exactly where it should be. Very nice indeed.